everyone. My name is Miranda Schriner, and I'm going to share our story. We were kind of nudged and encouraged by a few people to share our story about how God is moving in our life. And for us, God moving in our life is usually tied to actually physically moving. Last year, I had to get a background check for work, and they needed us to list all the addresses we've lived at for the last 10 years. And I thought, okay, that shouldn't be a big deal. And then I realized I really don't even have all of those addresses. We moved 8 times in our 12 years of marriage so far. And then about 3.5 years ago, we moved from Ohio to Michigan. So we've done a lot of moving, and with every move, there's always been some resistance, some excitement, but God has always showed up every single time in ways that we couldn't have imagined. And I know for me, I really struggle with, I would like to see the entire picture. Like, I like to know the next step, and I like to see the start and the finish and kind of execute upon that plan. But throughout all of these processes, I'm definitely convicted of the fact that God's going to do what He needs to do and in His timing. So for me, it's been a lot of trusting and a lot of waiting, and I'm really not good with waiting and being patient. But we started coming to Northpointe a few summers back, and just really loved the community. We joined a life group, really started to get connected, and that was really important for me because we had just moved here from Ohio, and I was struggling to make friends. So I really loved our life group, loved everything about it, but we weren't in the community, and often we would miss life group because we were on the other side of town and our kids are young, so it just didn't work out. So we were always in the back of our minds, like, we really wish we could kind of find a place and do it. We just wanted to talk to a realtor about, well, what if we could move to DeWitt in a couple years, or what could we do? And she had an off-market house that needed some work, but it was pretty perfect for us, and we were willing to do the work. We've actually, our very first house that we ever bought, we worked for the down payment. They had a sweat equity program for a new build, so we were kind of used to the work. This was a much bigger project than we had ever imagined, but we were so excited, and we were really excited to be in the community. That was last summer, so in the middle of COVID, we kind of lived in a construction zone for a long time. Lived without a kitchen. We all kind of lived in our bedroom together, the 4 of us and our 2 dogs. So it was definitely an adventure. So we, did our house project, and it's actually almost complete. And we plan to just stay here. Again, I thought this was our plan. We're executing our plan. We got this house. We're gonna live here. But we kind of had some thoughts in our mind, and with the market the way it is, and we had a renovation, we're like, what if this is just all for for a bigger purpose? And I remember going and rewatching Jake's message about God, He sometimes puts you in the right place at the right time for an opportunity, and the story of the guy that figured out how to win the lottery. And so after, I was really on the fence because I'm like, I love this, we just did all this work. But after that message, I thought, maybe God just put us here to do this, and we should really trust that there's a next step for us in this process as well. So I guess the timing of this, we are actually putting our house on the market tomorrow. And the interesting part is we really have no idea what our next step is. So that is, again, exciting, but also everything is uncertain. So we're really trusting God. And the other thing is we actually just started back up our life group again, and we were, one of my most exciting things was that we actually were going to host this life group. I'm like, we got this new home, we just refinished, and it, perfect for hosting. So shout out to our life group who's probably going to walk through this process with us as well. So at the timing of when I'm recording this message, we have no idea what's going to be next for us, and we're really excited, but we are going to see what God has in store for us next. So again, trusting in Him and trusting in His timing, and going from there. Thanks.